Net Promoter Scores are measures of trainees' reactions to training programs. In this lecture, you're going to learn how to calculate these scores. We start by collecting data from trainees after the learning event. This process is simple. It requires a single item on the post-training survey that asks trainees, how likely are you to recommend this training program to your colleagues? They answer using a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 represents a low probability and 10 represents a high probability. As you can see, the survey item is simple and straightforward. Here is an example of what a simple data set could look like. We have ratings from 10 trainees. The lowest rating is a 5 and the highest is a 10. Once we have the data, we divide the group of respondents into 3 categories: detractors, passives, and promoters. Ratings of 0 to 6 are labeled detractors. We infer that they were not satisfied with the program, and we should follow up to remedy the situation as best we can. Ratings of 7 and 8 are labeled passives. They aren't dissatisfied with the program, but they also didn't like it enough to say that they would recommend it to someone else. Ratings of 9 and 10 are labeled promoters. They're not only satisfied with the program, but they think that other people could benefit from it as well. Continuing with our example, here is the data set from earlier, along with the appropriate classifications. After we classify the ratings, we can calculate the Net Promoter Score. Start by adding up the total number of detractors and the total number of promoters. Then subtract the number of detractors from the number of promoters. Divide the difference by the total number of respondents and multiply by 100. The result is a percentage that we can then interpret. Here is the formula. Continuing with our example, we have a total of 6 promoters and 2 detractors, giving us 4 in the numerator. 4 divided by 10 respondents gives us 0.4. Multiplied by 100, we get 40%. Net Promoter Scores range from negative 100% to positive 100%. While there are no set standards, we should aim for about 30%. If a program receives a score that is less than negative 30%, we should take a close look at that program. At 40%, the example in this lecture has acceptable promotability among trainees. Now that you know how to calculate Net Promoter Scores, you will have opportunities to practice and check your understanding.